Hello, welcome to Naija Mom in the UK. My name is Aminat. I'm a Naija mom living in Wales in the UK. Today, I'll be sharing with you what to expect as a pregnant mom coming to the UK. Or probably you're already in the UK, you just newly moved and you get pregnant. What do you expect in terms of health service, in terms of delivery items, in terms of what to expect at the hospital, in terms of immunization, in terms of care when you get back home, and in terms of work? What should you expect as a pregnant mom coming to the UK? One of the things that I would talk about is about the health service. As a pregnant person coming to the UK, let's say you are pregnant already and you just newly moved, or you moved and you found out you just got pregnant. What is the next thing to do? Or what is the first thing that you need to do? The first thing is to contact your GP surgery. That is, if you move to the UK, if you don't have a GP surgery already, you should search based on the address of where you are living. Search for a closer GP to your house. If that one has been fully occupied, maybe they said they don't have space, search for the next closer one. So one of the things you would want to do is to visit your GP or call them on the phone and tell them, hey, I am pregnant. What should I do? They'll book an appointment with you, after which you go there. They will assign you a midwife that will take over your total care up until the time you deliver your baby. So immediately you visit your GP and you have a contact with your midwife, a file will be opened for you. That file will contain all your information, your medical history, your current status, your medication, if you have any, your allergies, and if you have any previous medicine that you are taking probably before you move into the country. The file will have all those information, and this file will not be kept at the hospital. It will not be kept at the GP surgery. It will be handed over to you. So for every appointment, for every visit you make to the midwife, you are expected to be going with your file. So you would need to maybe have a permanent bag where you keep that file, so you don't go for any appointment without going with your file. The same thing with hospital appointments that comes in between. There will be scans that they will tell you need to do at some point in the pregnancy. It's not like in Nigeria where we just walk into a scan center and say, I want to have a scan for this baby. No, your midwife and your consultant, if you are assigned a consultant, depending on your health status, your consultant or your midwife will determine when you need to go for a scan at a particular stage of the pregnancy. So it's not like you have to just be doing scan anyhow. You can't just walk into the hospital and say you want to have a scan. They will determine when it's the right time to have a scan. Sometimes when you are far into the pregnancy and maybe you're having some concerns like, oh, the baby is not moving very well, there are some tests they do to confirm that everything is perfectly okay with you and the baby. So what is important is you have a file that you keep in your bag for every appointment you make to your GP, surgery, or to your midwife, or for consultation. If you have some medicine that you are taking maybe back from Nigeria or wherever you are coming from, back from your country, if you have some medication that you are taking before pregnancy, your doctor, your midwife, they will advise if you can still continue taking them, and maybe you've gone far ahead in the pregnancy before you move into the UK and you have some medicine that you are taking, they will let you know if they want you to continue. But majorly, when you are pregnant, as a new pregnant person in the UK, one of the things that they will tell you to start taking is your prenatals, which basically is your pregnant care. Well, this information I'm giving you is based on my experience of being pregnant in Wales. Really don't have idea how it works in other places like England, in Scotland. So it might be the same, or there might be some slight difference in the way they attend to you or the expectations there. So in my surgery, for example, once they confirm that you are pregnant, they give you a prenatal vitamins, pregnant care that can serve you for the first 90 days, after which you are expected to buy your own after that. at your own cost. So depending on the surgery, depending on whatever the service the surgery is providing, some surgeries will give you that. But apart from that, there will be a pack. They call it like a pregnant pack that they will give to you as you make your registration. So that pregnant pack will have sample of that prenatal vitamins that you can go and buy in any pharmaceutical shop. Then in terms of appointments, as you move closer to in the pregnancy, as you move far ahead in the pregnancy, if you are feeling like you can't really go out as such, you can't go for your appointment, you can let your midwife know in advance so they can do home visits to just check on you, to measure the pregnancy as it's progressing, to check your BP, to check all those vital signs that they normally do when you go for your antenatal. So if you cannot make it, it's just about letting them know. You don't have to force yourself for an appointment, especially if the place is far from your home. They can visit you to do all those things for you. You just have to let them know. Now, in terms of delivery, what are those things that you're supposed to put in your bag, or what are those things that you're supposed to have? Believe me, don't buy things because your friend buy it or because you just see it in a list online. Buy things that you need. So I'll be talking from the experience of a mom of 2 children born in the UK. One of the things that make it different from the way it is operated back in Nigeria, in public hospitals in Nigeria this time around, because I don't know how private hospitals run, but I know in Nigeria, some public hospitals will tell you to bring Dettol, to bring some delivery things. It's not really like that here. So basically, the things that you would need to put in your hospital bag when you are close to your delivery are just your clothes, maybe a pajamas, or just something that is simple that you can easily breastfeed from if you are planning to breastfeed. Then your baby clothes, just baby sleep suit is okay. Depending on the weather, you might want to buy baby coats, or as in baby jackets, and a hat that you would need to bring to the baby home when you are leaving the hospital. But the hospital environment is so warm that you don't need a jacket to wear while you are inside the hospital. So you will need the baby clothes, maybe like 2 or 3 sets of sleeping suits, because you don't know how long you'll be staying at the hospital. You don't know how things will turn out to be. But be positive. No matter how long you are staying, someone can always bring clothes for you from your home. So you will need to put that in your bag, and your home toiletries. The baby don't need toiletries. I don't know how it works in other places, but nobody is going to take a bath for your baby in the hospital. So they will only clean the baby, and they will expect you to take all that to go and take care of the baby at home. So you actually don't need baby soap, sponge, all those things in your hospital bag. You only need for your own care. So pack your toiletries, your brush, toothpaste, your hair care things, your phone charger when you are close to your delivery. And most importantly, once you are close to your delivery, you don't have to keep your hospital file in one bag that is not easily accessible to you. Anytime you come back from your appointment, you keep the file in your hospital bag, because labor can happen at any time once you are close to your delivery. Once you are from 38 weeks, 39 weeks, labor can happen at any time, and that is why you want to keep your hospital file very close to where you can just pick it handy once labor starts. And if you are going for an induction, it's even better because you have enough time to plan, you have enough time to know that you are not forgetting anything before you go. So apart from the baby clothes and your own toiletries and your clothes, you also need to maybe take some diapers or wet wipes. Well, during COVID time, or I'm not sure if it was even because of COVID, but I had a baby just before COVID, and I tell you, all the diapers I took to the hospital, I didn't use any of them. The hospital provided diapers for the babies, so you might just take little in case they don't provide any, but in some cases, what is obtainable where I am, diapers were provided for the babies. I even had sanitary pad that I used from the hospital home. You want to be on a safer side. Get your own sanitary pad. This won't depend on what you want. You don't have to buy all those big sanitary pads. There are other ones that you can buy that you can put in your bag. It's just a matter of changing frequently. So you can buy you can buy the same always sanitary pads that you have been using. I am more comfortable with using always even after giving birth. So depending on what you are comfortable with, but you need sanitary pad in your bag in case the hospital is not providing any for you. And then most important item Listen very well. The most important item that you need to take along as you are going for your delivery is the baby car seat. I don't know if they allow it in England, but in Wales here, you won't leave the hospital with your baby without a car seat, which means you can't even just hold the baby and say you are going. They won't allow you. Your baby must be carried in a car seat, in a baby car seat. Even if you don't have a car, you are going on a taxi or somebody is picking you up, the baby must be in a car seat that will take you home. And for every other appointment going forward, you can be using the car seat to carry the baby. But holding the baby like this, the way we just carry the baby from the hospital, back home in our own country and feel like everything is okay. Of course, there's no big deal, but what is obtainable here is to have a car seat that you will use to move the baby from the hospital to your home.